You know how much money that would save you? Like if you could market to your own leads? That's what I do. You know how convenient it is to market to friends and family and be of value to them and become recognized in their mind as an expert in your industry? I do. I know how important that is. And you know what? If you will just like be super fast and professional and build rapport with people when you meet them, dude, you do those three things, you can kick Facebook ads and Google ads and all that stuff at the curb. Hey, so the spring season, it is here as far as I'm concerned, and we have began actively marketing for services for spring 2025. And you can go back through my videos and see like all the marketing videos that I have put out in the past, but sometimes it just helps to hear like, hey, no, what are you actively doing like right now? What are you doing? So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that Florida Turf Pros is currently doing to market to our spring 2025 lawn care customers. The very first thing that I'm doing is I have went through our database with Yardbook and have pulled the contact information for everybody who has put in their contact information to Florida Turf Pros over the years. This could be current clients, this could be old clients, this could be people who just simply reached out to us for a service. But over the years, like I've accumulated a lot of contact information, and if you are not keeping up with that, man, I want to encourage you to keep up with that. That is an absolute gold mine. That data, when people have reached out to you and have given you their contact information, keeping that stuff somewhere in some type of a CRM that you can actively market to, it is like it's a gold mine. And while it is fantastic to market to your existing clients, I just want to make a point of like how powerful it is if you can market to people who are buyers of lawn care service. If these clients or prospective clients or these contacts, your audience, if they have reached out to you in the past, they are buyers of lawn care service for some reason or another. And if you can craft an email or some type of content that is useful and it lands in their inbox at just the right time, you can really have great results with this. So obviously you would need to be collecting this data over the years. And if you haven't been collecting that over the years, number one, I want to encourage you to start doing that because it works, okay? Actively marketing to an audience of buyers of lawn care service, it works, okay? But if you haven't been collecting that data, that brings me into point number 2 that I'm doing right now. I am actively marketing to friends and family from my personal social media accounts. Now, it's very important that you don't overdo this and that you do it in the correct way. Let them know that like you're a professional, like you have the ability to solve problems for them. And also whenever you are trickling out content from your personal page, just make sure that it's done in very good taste. Like you don't want to just be constantly promoting your business from your personal page, okay? 1, it's against most social media policies, but 2, it just wears out people whenever you're constantly doing that. But by gradually just dripping that information out, you stay in the top of people's minds. And if you will just strategically drip that information out, you know, once a month, once every other month, it just keeps the wheels turning of all your friends and family and contacts and letting them know like, hey, you have solutions whenever they have a problem for lawn care needs. Quick note, I'm not putting anything in here for like door hangers and postcards and that type of thing. I typically will wait to do that whenever we are actively mowing, okay? I have accumulated enough customers where I'm not going out doing that preseason. If you need some help in creating a postcard, here is a video I did on a great postcard and why it actually works. But I just wanted to make note of that we are not currently going out and putting postcards at this point in the season just yet. So we're putting out content to our database of prospects and clients, dripping out slowly and tactfully content on social media. And number 3, whenever a lead of any sort does come in, I have been super aggressive with following up on that lead. I want to give you a case in point here of something that happened just this week on how important it is to go out and be aggressive and do not let leads sit in your inbox. So I had a lady reach out to the business. She texted the business line and she was needing lawn care service. She wanted to get something set up. So I was actually in the area at the time and told her, hey, I could be at your house in about 15 to 20 minutes. I will swing by and take a look at the yard. We can meet and we can discuss a solution to the issues that you're having. So I got to her yard, I introduced myself, and there are a few things that happened during the course of this meeting that I want to bring attention to. Number 1, whenever you are going out and you are meeting somebody, a prospect, and there is a lead, and you are having that initial face-to-face conversations, that there's two things that need to happen during that, okay? Assuming you have got there quickly, and we'll talk about speed in just a second, whenever you arrive on their job site, you need to immediately start building rapport and start building trust. I want you to put yourself in the client's shoes for a minute, okay? Maybe they have read some Google reviews. Maybe they don't know you from Adam. Like, you're just a lawn care service. Like, they have all these questions going through in their head, like who is this company? Is this a normal person coming out to talk to me? Like what is the expectation of the client once you get out of your vehicle and you walk up and greet them? Like, what do they see? Your job is to immediately start building rapport, build trust, and put their mind at ease. And this is key, and reinforce that they have made a good decision by calling you. That's important enough that I want to say it again. You need to, as quickly as possible, reinforce in their mind or let them know that they made a right decision. They made a smart decision by calling you. So I handled this in a number of ways. Whenever I met this prospective client this week, I said, hey, it's funny, I actually do about 4 or 5 yards just here on your street. And I started naming all of the neighbors' lawns that we take care of. I showed up with a smile. I was kind, professional, and I could just immediately see this sense of relief on her face. Like, I get out of the truck, she sees me, I start building rapport, I build trust by showing her, hey, there's social proof that like we do a good job in your neighborhood. Other neighbors who look, act, and talk like you use us, and here's the social proof of it. And I tell you, I could just immediately see it's just this sense of relief on her face, and it was important enough. I wanted to make a video on it and tell you that is your goal whenever you are meeting people. The second thing that was so important about that was the aspect of speed. Whenever she had reached out to me, I did not wait an hour to respond to her. Here's what happens. It's the same thing that happens for you. You have something in your mind, you're focused on it, you want the problem solved, and then if something else happens, you get distracted throughout the day. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours go by, you're off to the other thing, you're off to the other problem, you're off to taking the kids somewhere or whatever it is, and that's what happens to, guess what? Everybody. So you heard that saying, strike when the iron is hot. Hey, when somebody pings your phone, it's hot. Like, hey man, these are literally people trying to give you money for the service that you offer. It's a hot lead. We got to follow up right now. And here is the case in point on that. So as I started talking to this lady and letting her know, like, hey, we do all your neighbors over here, I started explaining, and the light bulb went off in her head, and she said, hey, I know your truck. You're Florida Turf Pros. Yes, okay, I remember now. The reason that that is important, she knew that we did a good job on that street. She could not remember the business name. She didn't write down the phone number on the truck, but she didn't care. She just wanted her problem solved, and she did not even know that she had reached out to that company who was across the street from her. She was not waiting for our truck to circle back in that neighborhood in a week or 2 weeks. She wanted the problem solved now. Luckily, I recognized the importance of speed in this situation, got there quickly, built rapport, trust, social proof, and of course, we closed the sale. What are the takeaways from this video? Number one, get a database going, man. It is an absolute gold mine whenever you start tapping into that. Number two, if you don't have a database yet, make sure that you are dripping out content tactfully to friends and family. And number three, whenever you do have a lead come through, and you will have leads come through, do not sit on those things and let them bake, man. Those potatoes, they get cold. I don't know how else to say it. Like, whenever it's hot, jump on it immediately, because this was a perfect case in point this week that as good a job as we do, we have branding, we have uniforms. The lady, she didn't remember, she didn't care, she wanted the problem solved right now. Again, it's easy to get bogged down in the weeds of like, oh my gosh, do I market on Facebook right now? Do I put out, Google ads and Facebook ads and all? Yeah, you can do all that, but you know what? When it comes down to it, man, hey, having your own database that you don't have to like pay freaking Google and Facebook to like market to, like, you know how much money that would save you? Like, if you could market to your own leads, that's what I do. You know how convenient it is to market to friends and family and be of value to them and become recognized in their mind as an expert in your industry? I do. I know how important that is. And you know what? If you will just like be super fast and professional and build rapport with people when you meet them, dude, you do those three things, you can kick Facebook ads and Google ads and all that stuff to the curb. Like, you can kick it to the curb whenever you start doing organic marketing and get good at it. Hey, it's incredible. This information is free, man. I just want y'all to do great this year. Spring 2025 is here. Get out there and absolutely crush it, man.